We begin with this. After months of talk about Russian election meddling, there is now clear evidence that Russia's government wanted to help elect Donald Trump. Emails show that Donald Trump Jr. was told in June of last year that the Russians wanted to provide information to hurt Hillary Clinton's campaign.
Publicist Rob Goldstone told Trump Jr. this is obviously very high level and sensitive information, but is part of Russia and its government's support for Mr. Trump. Trump Jr. responded, "If it's what you say, I love it."
President's oldest son released a string of emails that the New York Times was about to publish. And he talked at length last night about meeting with a Russian lawyer that he said produced nothing. Margaret Brennan is at the White House where the president is defending his son. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning. This is a major distraction for the Trump White House. This morning, President Trump is defending his son, calling him open, transparent, and honest. And despite all these new revelations, he's continuing to call the Russia story a political witch hunt.
In retrospect, I probably would have done things a little differently. Again, this is before the Russia mania. This is before they were building it up in the press. For me, this was opposition research.
On Fox News, Donald Trump Jr. admitted his meeting with Russian lawyer Natalia Veselnitskaya was a mistake, and he said she did not deliver on the promise of sharing damaging information on Hillary Clinton.
But really, it went nowhere, and it was apparent that that wasn't what the meeting was actually about.
The emails released by Trump Jr. on Tuesday were explicit. A friend, Rob Goldstone, wrote to the president's son last June, offering, quote, information that would incriminate Hillary and would be very useful to your father. He called it part of Russia and its government's support for Mr. Trump. Trump Jr. responded saying, "If it's what you say, I love it." The information, Goldstone wrote, was from Russian government sources and was shared with Russian pop star Emmy Award-winning and his father, a wealthy oligarch with ties to Vladimir Putin. The same individuals who helped Mr. Trump bring the Miss Universe pageant to Moscow in 2013.
Someone sent me an email. I can't help what someone sends me.
Trump Jr. claims he never mentioned it to his father.
It was such a nothing. There was nothing to tell. I mean, I wouldn't have even remembered it until you start scouring through the stuff.
Trump Jr.'s attorney, Alan Futterfoss, who is a sought-out defense lawyer for accused mobsters, told CBS News that Trump Jr. was simply doing someone a favor by meeting with Veselnitskaya. On Tuesday, Veselnitskaya disputed any Kremlin ties, telling the Associated Press, "I do not represent interests of anyone other than myself." A month after the meeting, Donald Trump Jr. attacked Democrats for suggesting Russians were trying to help the Trump campaign.
Well, it just goes to show you their exact moral compass. I mean, they'll say anything to be able to win this. I mean, this is time and time again, lie after lie. It's disgusting. It's so phony.
Attorney Shannon Coffin, former general counsel in the Bush administration, said Donald Jr. committed political malpractice, but so far nothing illegal.
Sure, it seems like Donald Trump Jr. was willing to accept whatever help he could get to get his father elected, but there's no evidence that he was doing so through illegal means.
Trump Jr. also copied campaign chair Paul Manafort as well as his brother-in-law Jared Kushner on the email. Both of them also attended the meeting, and Gayle, that is raising new questions about Kushner's security clearance here at the White House.
All right, another story we're following. Thank you very much, Margaret.